Back with Bobby and JJ Radio. We have in the studio our show partner, Mr. Nathan Cron of New Western Acquisitions. The guy's from Cincinnati. He used to look like Jesus. He doesn't so much anymore.
Got a haircut.
He got a haircut. Moved to Austin. He's too good for us now, and he's running both locations. Drinks tea. Who knows? New Western Acquisition here and in San Antonio. First of all, I want to say thanks, Nathan, for hanging out with us, brother.
Thanks for having me back, guys. Appreciate it.
I know you guys are busy and just expanding, and you're here in the San Antonio market and in the Austin market. I wanted to really talk about, since I have you here, because we haven't had a chance to talk about, as real estate agents, me and Bobby, obviously we have a lot of listings that we come across. We're in a lot of listing appointments, right? We don't take every single listing, right? So
no, every once in a while we would come across a listing where it's not for us.
Right, and so usually we don't take a listing for one of two reasons. There's no way we can sell it, or they're just an unreasonable seller, right? So
they want way too much and not being reasonable. They're not going to ever drop it to market value.
Yeah.
We can't mess with it.
But let's talk about the first reason that we wouldn't take a listing, because obviously we want to take all listings because that kind of feeds and is a foundation of any business. But sometimes, and I know a lot of real estate agents out there, you come across a listing, you're at a listing appointment, the house is dilapidated, there's foundation work, there's termites, there's, just incurable mold situations,
or they're going to foreclose within the next 2 weeks or something crazy.
Something that we're not gonna have time to market it. Because here's the thing: 88% of all transactions in San Antonio, I heard, is FHA or VA. So if you can't do the FHA or VA thing, which is the government insured and government guaranteed loans, then we're marketing to a very small funnel, right? And so this is where New Western came in and saved the day a couple of times for us. I want to talk about one time in particular. I had this referral from a client of mine, and it was an estate, right? So this guy lived in Minneapolis, okay. And so he called me and said, "Hey, my father died. I need to get rid of this property." And we went over there, and the house was, he's been living there for decades. What was wrong with it? You know a little bit more about the property.
Everything,
yeah. Like the foundation?
The foundation, yeah. So, there was no way it was going to pass traditional financing. So, really, a cash investor was the only option to come in and purchase that.
So, this is where the numbers came in good. So, he needed a certain amount to net, right? And so I told him in order for him to get this marketable, he had to do foundation work. He had to redo the walls. He had to redo flooring. He had to redo kitchen cabinets, appliances, roofing. Yeah. Just to make a spread, just to make an amount, right? You ended up getting him almost that exact amount.
Yeah, I got him what he wanted at the end of the day, and he didn't have to touch the property. He was in Minneapolis the whole time, and I just controlled the transaction down here.
You also paid me a commission for finding it for you, which was going to be more than I would have made if I would have taken on that because that's a project. That's not a listing. That's like a project. We become general contractors. We have to wait. We're doing it right now for another.
I've noticed that some agents try to take on these listings for themselves, and they're not really helping their clients at all.
No, they're not. Instead of calling someone that has, I don't want to say unlimited cash, but almost unlimited cash to go and buy properties in bad shape, they try to take it on themselves because they just want another side in the yard, but it's not worth it. You gave us a commission that was above what we were going to make even after the higher price point. The gentleman walked away with what he needed to walk away with, and then you got yourself an acquisition property.
It was really a win all the way around. It was a win for the seller, it was a win for you guys, and a win for me, and I think that's all what we're striving for.
Yeah, and then, put it back on the market. You called us again, too. So, it was just a win-win-win, right?
Yeah, it was great.
And so that's what New Western Acquisition does for any real estate agent here in the San Antonio area and now the Austin area too, and everything in between is really what you're covering, right?
That's right. Yeah. So if you're an agent in Austin, San Antonio, you have a listing that you think will be hard, or if it's a disservice taking that listing, then we want to know about it. We want you to call us, and we'll be real honest and fair with you. Go out there and get a price and see if we can put it together. So
for more information, you got to call Nathan directly at 214-770-5441. Again, that's 214-770-5441, or check out his website at newwestern.com.